Once you've got some images on, or some geometry on the screen, and say we wanted to turn this into a triangle without these ends sticking out, everything to modify existing geometry is under the Utilities menu, almost all the way to the right. So if you pull down from Utilities, Trim Extend is really useful for cleaning up geometry. There are a lot of options. The one you'll probably use the most often is Quick Trim, which gets rid of the part of the geometry that you're clicking on up to its next intersection. So if I click on this line, this part of the line, it's going to cut it back to that intersection right there. Likewise there. Now this one won't trim it back to that corner because its next intersection was this line. So I'm going to come back and trim it there, there, there. I can get rid of all those ends sticking out like that. If I wanted to get rid of that part of that circle, I could do that. I could do that. If I don't like what I've just done, Control Z backs me up. There's an easier way, rather than going through to clean up the corners of these rectangles, rather than going through and clicking all the stuff that's sticking out. We can go back to Utilities, Trim Extend, Two Entities, okay? And I'm going to click on those two, and those two, and those two, and those two. I'm clicking on the part that I want to keep. Let's back up a minute. If I clicked on this and this, it would keep these pieces and get rid of the rest of it. So it's important to click on the part that you're trying to keep in this. For Quick Trim, you're clicking on the part that you're getting rid of. For all the rest of them, you're clicking on the part that you're going to keep. Okay, so now we've got some geometry on the screen. If we wanted to make something an exact size, say we wanted to draw a box down here that was 1 inch by 1 inch, we can go to Lines, Parallel, set the distance for 1 inch, and click on this, and the second click will be which side the line will be made on. Say we wanted to make it on the outside of this box, we could make it there. If we wanted to make it on the inside, we'd make it there. Click another point. Now we could use the Trim tool to close this up, or we could use the Quick Trim tool to get rid of this stuff and end up with a notch out of the corner of our big rectangle. But we know for a fact, since we've used the Line Parallel tool, that this line and this line are parallel, and the distance between them is exactly 1 inch. So if you're trying to do something that's an accurate size, the Lines Parallel tool is a really useful tool.